What it is, y'all? It's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with another DanChro video. Now, we haven't really been talking as much about this game, and we really need to get back into the groove here. And big shout out to the stream last night. You guys brought up a really solid point. So I've been looking at the new banners, and I've been really gauging what I want to do here. Because we've got 3 banners, right? But I don't know, the units they're not blowing me away. And in fact, someone brought up a really valid point. All these units are going to be going in the general pool pretty soon, like basically once these expire. That does mean once you come down here to the regular gacha. See, I've got tons of tickets for this gacha, and I can even get an exchange for the gacha. This gacha is kind of already doing its thing. So the nice part is, once they drop in here, then I can actually go in, do my exchanges, do my tickets, all that stuff, and go after whatever's already over here. So for me, there's no major rush for these banners, with one exception. And this is what you guys in the stream pointed out to me. Because I was just kind of like, they're okay. For me, this was a hard skip. But I really got thinking about it, okay? So you got Lunar, who is a yellow unit. You have Chloe, blue unit. And then you've got Anya, who's red, right? So let's take a look at each one of these teams, right? And then, granted, I'm looking at it from the perspective of my team, but I'm going to go ahead and filter this down by UR units. At this point of the game, we're mostly just using URs. We're not really using SRs or SSRs except for Uncharted Battlefield. That's about the only thing. By the way, I understand some of you need help with that. We will talk about that a bit later on. But let's go ahead and talk about this here real quick, okay? So we're looking at blue, yellow, and red. And I believe Earth is yellow, yeah. So the yellow team's all right. Yeah, the yellow team does what it does. It's not the greatest, but it's just kind of okay. That Bell is phenomenal. Gareth still holds his own, and both Leafia and Ryu kind of, they're a bit squishy, but they're kind of designed to be squishy, right? Like, one's a speed unit. Leafia's all right. But, we've got a full team here of yellow units. And 2 of the 4 that we have here are really phenomenal units. So, not too terribly worried about that, right? In fact, we can go through all of these if we want. So, let's start with the water attribute now. Okay? Water attribute, blue. This is the other one up that's up for grabs. I would argue that most everyone on this team is pretty phenomenal. Maybe with the exception of Cassandra. But that Leafia, that Belle, and that Tiona, fantastic units. This team needs no help. This team is fine. If we go back in here, we look at Electric. Once again, this team is okay. Artemis pretty much holds her own here. Artemis is kind of like the MVP of this team. But, Finn isn't bad. Tiona isn't bad. Bet isn't bad. The team will hold its own, and the team will do quite well. We already talked about Earth. Let's check out Wind. Wind is actually probably one of my best teams. Even though I don't have Ryua upgraded. That Green Eyes was a menace when she first dropped. Same with Otaro. This team doesn't need any help. This team is fine. So it's like, okay, all right. So far, so good, right? That's when we get down here to the fire team. This is my fire team. Now, Riveria's not bad. Mikoto's okay. That Belle's just kind of basic, right? It's not a terrible team, but it is a team that could use some buffs. So, the exception would be if you have, Christmas Eyes, great. She's the only unit, though, so far that I really have not been able to acquire, or a unit that I really care about that I haven't been able to acquire. So if you have Christmas Eyes, you're probably sitting pretty here with your red team. But if you don't have Christmas Eyes, it's probably not a bad opportunity to go in here and to try for Anya. Now, we do have Uncharted Battlefield in play, so there's a ton. In fact, we were doing that on the stream earlier. There's a ton of Silas, Iris, whatever you want to call it, up for grabs there. So it is possible that you could, go into this without causing too much detriment to your Silas stockpile. Now, I would say don't go too crazy, because once this event is over, we'll probably get something really time limited, really good. But for right now, I'm kind of looking at this going, I really do need to buff this team a little bit. But I'm not going to go too crazy, only because, like I said, these units are going to be down here in this banner in the regular gacha banner once all is said and done. Now, there's one kind of exception to this. This is a huge change from what we had in the past. And that is when you go up here and you do your summons on this. Okay? We go to our exchange and we get our UR gacha ticket. That UR gacha ticket, if we go down here, is a guaranteed one of the 3 new units. So if I go here to gacha details, if it ever pops up there, we go to draw rate. Notice that all 3 of them are here, and it is a 1/3 chance for either one. That is massive. That is enormous. And I don't know if that's going to be the same going forward. It's probably because they're just not time-limited units. That, to me, is a massive value. So, I'm going to see how much free-to-play currency I can kind of sum up in the meantime. But I really don't want to go too crazy. I'm definitely not going much further than that, really, if I just get that guaranteed ticket. So let's do 2 more summons here, see if we can get something really good. No fire, no runes. Now we have had eyes animations on a fake out here, so would be nice. Would be nice. Oh, this is not a. Oh. Oh, that summon was foul. Oh, we gotta do better on this one. This one, okay, actually, there's a UR incoming. Now, we didn't get runes, but it could be just about anything. Let's see here. Can we get the eyes animation? Come on, eyes animation. No. Okay. So we got a scene card there. Not quite. Oh. Nah, that's not what I wanted. It's a dupe. It helps out my red team, but it's definitely not what I was after per se. But a double UR pull I can't be mad about. You know what I mean? But it does mean that I need to go farm a little bit more up. I need to go a little bit deeper into this banner. But that is that for now. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. As always, like, comment, share. And I'll be back with more DanChro coming up for you guys here really soon.